I'm going to explain intonation to you. Intonation is actually the tuning as you go down the neck with the notes. Obviously, as you go down the neck, the notes should still stay in tune. Now, when the intonation's out, what you find is the further you go down the neck, the worse the tuning gets. So that's basically what intonation means, is the tuning on the 12th fret. So on electric guitars, it's adjustable, and it's really important that you do adjust it to get it spot on. Because if it doesn't, that means that you can't tune it up, because when you tune in harmonics and then you tune with the open string method, where you're fretting at the 5th fret, it will be in tune, and then you do harmonics and it's not in tune. Well, that's why that sometimes happens. It's a real bitch to tune your guitar. That's more than likely because the intonation's actually out. So that's how you check the intonation, is actually you check it at the 12th fret. Basically, the 12th fret marks the exact halfway point between the saddle and the nut. Now, because of the difference in the thickness of the strings, it actually affects where the halfway point is. So bear with me. So what that means is that you end up with a slight stagger on the saddle to get them in tune on the 12th fret. If it's slightly longer or slightly shorter, what that's going to do is going to make it sharp or flat, so the note won't be exact. Obviously, when it comes to electric guitars, they've got adjustable bridges. On Gibsons or Fenders, you've got some sort of adjustment, and that means you can adjust your intonation. So the way to do it is to play the string open. Obviously, it helps if you've got a really good ear or electronic tuner, and play the string open, and it should be exactly the same at the 12th fret on each string. If it's sharp or flat, then you have to adjust the bridges accordingly. If it's flat, what that means is that you have to shorten the length of the string. So when it's flat, you'd think that it would go that way and sharpen but it's not, it's the opposite. So if it's flat, you have to come in. If it's sharp, you have to make the string longer, and it's just small adjustments with an Allen key or screwdriver. It is actually quite an easy thing to do yourself, but obviously you have to be confident with the pitch. So if you've got a reasonably good ear, there's no reason why you can't do it yourself. Obviously, when it comes to classical guitars and acoustic guitars, you can't adjust the saddles, they're fixed. So if the intonation's not right on the guitar when you buy it to begin with, it's never going to be right. I mean, having said that, there are ways of doing it. You could actually take the saddle off, the whole saddle off the face of the guitar, but it's something that I've never done. I mean, and I've fiddled with a lot of guitars in my time, but something like that isn't worth doing on a cheap guitar. Okay, if you've got £1,000 Gibson or something, then obviously it's worth doing, but even I wouldn't do it myself. I'd give it to an expert. Jobs like that are not worth mucking around with, and especially on a guitar like that. Don't play with it. So that's what intonation means. It's really not a big deal. So as I say, get a tuner, plug it in, and just check the open string to the 12th fretted on the 12th fret on each string. And just make sure they're there. So that's what intonation is. I know it sounds like this big mysterious word, but actually intonation's really simple. It's just about the tuning at the 12th fret, and it's really important. It is literally just about getting the tuning right. So I hope this has helped you, and keep on picking that guitar, and I'll speak to you soon. Goodbye now.